everyone, so today I'm going to be showing you guys my curly hair routine.
1, 2, 3, funk it.
So today I'm just going to be showing you guys how I achieve my curls, my everyday curls. I'm not a professional, this is just what I like to do after I've learned about a bunch of different kinds of products. This is just kind of what works with my hair. So I'm going to show you guys that. And without further ado, let's just get started. Okay, so I just washed my hair. I normally switch out my shampoo and conditioners all the time. I don't want my hair to get used to something and then it slowly stop working. So I like to just change it up every time. So today, and what I've been using lately is the Maui Moisture coconut oil shampoo, and I really like this one. It cleanses my hair without drying it out and without taking all the moisture out of it. Usually I would use the conditioner that goes along with it, but lately I've been trying out this one. This is the Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curl and Shine Conditioner, and it has silk protein and neem oil. I like this one. It moisturizes my hair. I feel like it doesn't have that great of slip when I detangle it in the shower, but it works fine, and it smells really good. And then usually once I have the conditioner in my hair, I'll detangle with some kind of wet brush. You can use like a tangle teaser, anything like that, something that's made to brush your hair when it's wet. And then once a week, I like to use a deep conditioner or a mask of some sort. I have the little, it looks really disgusting, but I have the little sample size of it. I got, it's the Coconut and Hibiscus Curl and Shine Hair Mask by Shea Moisture. So it's within the same line as the conditioner. And I actually really like this hair mask. I find that every time I use it, my curls are more bouncy and shiny. And I use this on my hair today, and then I just detangle in the shower. And then I left this on. You can leave it on for 5 minutes. It also says you can leave it in your hair for like 30 minutes. I usually leave it in between 30 and 45 minutes. So usually if my hair isn't wet enough, like right now, the ends have dried up a little bit, I'll just spray it with my spray bottle a little bit, just so it's a little bit more damp. I don't like to put product in my hair directly when it's like dripping wet, but a little bit more than damp is good. So whenever I don't do a leave-in or a mask, I'll use the Shea Moisture Manuka Honey and Yogurt Hydrate Repair Multi-Action Leave-In. So yeah, I always like to have some sort of conditioner or leave-in, something in my hair. And I also like to use this when I refresh my curls. I can also do a video on that if you guys want to, just a detailed explanation of how I do it, but I really like to use this as I'm refreshing my curls. So today, what I'm going to be using to help me is a Denman brush. I know this is the different kind. I'm going to link everything that I use down below, but I know there's a different kind with different bristles. The other kind has like a reddish background, I think, is what I've seen people use. I'm pretty sure I got this one on accident. I went to Sally's, and you can get it on Amazon as well, but I didn't find the other one, and I didn't really know there was a difference when I bought it. But this one has been working really well with my hair. The only difference is like the how far away the bristles are with each other and how many bristles there are. But I remember I read that this one is good for kind of like tight curls. So this one has been working great for me. I'll link them down below. So what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna section my hair off about half. It's really hard because I don't have a mirror, so all I have is the viewfinder right here. Wow, this is not even. Okay, whatever. Just ignore that. I'm just gonna brush out my hair. So, just like my shampoo and conditioners, I like to switch out my hair products as well. I've been using a lot of Shea Moisture recently. I was super into Diva Curl, now I'm like, I haven't switched over, but apparently I have. The Shea Moisture Coconut and Hibiscus Curl Enhancing Smoothie. I really do like this line. This one is a little bit thick. I was always really scared that this was gonna weigh my hair down, but it does the exact opposite, so that's perfect. I'm just gonna take an amount like this to start off. It's always better to start off with a little bit less than you would think, so you don't put too much product in your hair. I'm gonna back up a little bit. I like to like rake it through my hair to make sure everything gets saturated. I will do the same with the other side, and I'll do the same exact thing. I'll just rake it through. So next I like to go in with a gel. This is new, I think. I mean, it says new on the container, but this is the Cantu Shea Butter Maximum Hold Strengthening Styling Gel with Jamaican Black Castor Oil. And I've really been liking it. Usually I'm more into liquidy gels, and this one is really, really thick, as you can tell. It's like a goo, but it's been working really well with my hair. And then when I diffuse, it's not crunchy at all. It's super soft, but it still maintains that hold. So I'll go in with my gel. You can't even really see, but I make sure it's not too much. And the same thing, I'll saturate my hair. I'll kind of rake it through. I used to not do this. I used to just scrunch it. Oh, I literally can't talk. I used to never rake my gels through my hair. I would usually just scrunch it. But I find that raking the gel into my hair really helps with frizz. So this just really helps, especially when it's really, really humid where I live. It's so humid. So it's really hard to maintain the shine in my hair. And by doing this, really helps. And this is where the Denman brush comes into play. This is my favorite part, but also it's super time consuming. So I like to take really small sections, so that way I have really super small defined curls instead of them curling into one big curl. So what this Denman brush does is it really, really defines your curls. If you have a problem with getting your curls to stay curled and to be super defined, the Denman brush will definitely help you with that. It gives a similar effect to finger coiling, except finger coiling takes way too long, so you have to take smaller sections and do it all by hand for your whole head. So this just cuts the time in half, and ever since I've used it, I can't not use it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start as close to the root as I can without grabbing any other hair, and then I'm just gonna twist it and go out. And then I'm just gonna shake it up, let it fall, and then throw it back. I do the same thing. I always curl out because I find that gives a lot more volume than if you just curl, like just brush it straight down. And by twisting the brush like this, it helps form the curl. Okay, so that's basically the process. I'm just gonna do the rest of this bottom section and then I'll be back. Once I'm done, I will just scrunch it up, and then sometimes I'll use my microfiber towel if my curls are a little too wet. Try to shake them out a little bit just so all the curls are separated. And then I really hope this has all been in focus. So then I'll take just like a little hair tie like this, hold it in the back, and then I'll do the top layer, which pretty much I do the same exact things. But sometimes I'll fix my edges up a little bit. So I'll just use a toothbrush. I'll take like this cap and I'll take whatever little bit of gel is left and I'll just kind of clean them up. I won't really shape them that, like do super crazy shapes. Just so the area around my hair, or the area around my hairline is super clean. I'm not the best at it, but I just do it like subtly just to make sure it's just clean on the sides. So now we are done with our products and now it's time to diffuse. You don't have to, thanks. You definitely don't have to diffuse. If you want, you can air dry at home, I would say. It depends on what your climate is like and what the weather's like, but I typically like to just diffuse just so that way I control how my curls look. And also by diffusing, you get just so much more volume and so much more definition than when you just air dry. If you don't have time to fully diffuse your hair, I would say at least just try to get your roots dry, because that is what, at least for me, that's what takes the longest to dry. Just so that way you have some volume up top and then the rest of your hair can dry and you'll still have that nice volume up top. So this is the hair dryer I have. I've had this for a while. I don't even know what brand it is, to be quite honest. You don't have to have a Dyson or a super expensive hair dryer. The most important thing is that you can change the heat setting and how strong the hair dryer is. Also, you have to have a diffuser, of course. You definitely cannot just dry your hair like this. You have to have a diffuser. This one did not come with it. It's by the brand Hair Zone. I think I can find it on Amazon, and I'll link it down below. If not, I'll find a different one. But this actually doesn't even really fit that well. I just got this one off of Amazon, and I mean, it works really well. One rule I do use though before I get into diffusing: never scrunch my ends right away. I always wait until my hair is at least like 70, maybe 50% dry, just so that way there's not as much shrinkage. And your ends don't need that much drying time anyway. You want to focus at least half of your time for your scalp and for your roots, just so you can get that volume, and that's what takes the longest to dry anyway. So I'm just gonna play some music over this clip, just hair dry my hair, and you guys can kind of see the techniques that I use. I just kind of hover. What I do, I just hover over my head, and then once it's about halfway dry, or maybe a little bit more, I'll start to scrunch and just go like this all around my head. Oh, also one more thing. I try not to use the highest heat just because I end up with a lot more frizz that way. So usually I won't do the cool all the way because nobody has time for that and that takes forever. So I'll usually put it on the warm setting, and I'll put it on the highest like strength setting. And then towards the end, I'll go over it with the cool, but usually I stick to warm. Pretty self-explanatory if you guys just do that, so yeah.
Watch out!
About 35 minutes. Typically when I'm diffusing, it takes between 30 and 45 minutes, depending on what heat I use it on and depending on how dry I need my hair to be. My hair right now is about 80% dry, I would say. Yeah, probably like 80% dry. It could be more dry, but I'd be sitting here probably for another 15-20 minutes drying my hair, and I did not want to do that. So now on to the last part and my favorite part. You can totally leave your hair like this, but I like to fluff my hair out to give it more volume. I'm gonna go in with a serum. So this is it's a 10 Miracle Styling Serum, just so that way it doesn't create more frizz when you're touching your hair. Okay, so I have a little bit in my hand, and I'm just gonna rub my hands together, and then I'm just gonna put this all over my hair. And then I sometimes like to run my fingers through my hair. It kind of loosens the curl just a little bit. I'll go in and then separately kind of separate all the curls. Especially on the inside, there's a lot of clumping going on. And then I'll just do this and then kind of just shake my curls out. Okay, and that's it. Sometimes I'll fluff a little bit more, but I kind of like how this looks right now. But yeah, that's it. My camera's about to die, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll link everything down below, all the products I talked about. All my socials will be linked down below. Let me know what you guys want to see. I can do like a refreshing video, how I refresh my curls up to like day 4 curls. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!